Oh yeah, 3 zeros, Power Ranger collection, 1/6 scale. Yes, you know what I'm thinking? It's morphin' time. Welcome back, guys. So today we are unboxing the Blue Ranger, the Blue Power Ranger. Yes, Billy Cranston himself. It was nice seeing him back in Once and Always. You can tell 30 years gone by, we age and we don't even know it. So anyways, look at that pretty artwork on the box. Big zeros. 3 zeros. So I love these artwork on the box. The artwork is just amazing on all of these. So, all right, there's our little window. Got him there with his power lance going on there. So not bad. There's our little window view. So let's get this guy open. All right, so grab the bat knife. Flip this guy over. There. All right. I'm gonna pull this guy open. Maybe. All right. Right there. Check. All right. I'll pull him out just like I did the other ones. Stick his box in the back just to look like a pretty little backdrop thing going on there. All right. Cool. All right. There's our guy. See the power blaster, you get the lance and stuff. Of course, more hands. That's good. All right. He actually has like a karate chop looking one. So, all right, let's get him open. Pop that thing open like so. First, we are going to pull the actual figure out. There he is, covering all that stuff. So, just to keep things a little simple, I'm actually going to take the hands and stuff out first. If not, I'm just dumping the plastic everywhere. Guess that included his weapons too. One hand doesn't want to come out. All right. The other one right there doesn't want to come out either. There it is. All right. Now as I take the plastic stuff off, I can just throw it in there. So, all right. So real quick at his hands, you got a solid fist. And then of course you got the other solid fist. All right. Here's his karate chop hands. All right, that's cool. Here's the ones to hold his weapons. Probably gonna use one of these and one of his karate chop hands. So, yes, these grips. Like I said, what's cool about them is you just gotta pry them open a little bit without trying to snap it. So be careful. All right, now let's get to our Ranger himself. First, we'll take this little plastic off his head. See, it's already shiny looking too. All right, there. This one here. All right. The ones on the boots. That came off just fine. The next boot. Oh. Runaway foot. Runaway foot. All right. Let's get that out of there. Put that in there. All right. Now, make sure, like I said earlier, make sure you keep those slid up. You can just pop that foot right back on there. I like the little quick pop. Of course, we know there's tape on here, so I'm just gonna unwrap that there. Of course, it's static electricity on that one. There we go. Here's our Blue Ranger. Now, the helmet's very, very shiny. I don't see anything wrong with it. I can see a smudge like right there maybe, but besides that, it looks really good. I like how the helmets are shiny, just like the show. Remember, like I said, these are sparkly. Like these outfits, I wish my cosplays were like that. They were just a plain like green, plain white, but all of these figures I'm pulling out so far have a little sparkle to them. So, of course, he got his little place for his blaster and stuff. The little belt, which we played with last time. So I'm pretty sure all the stitching is the same on all of them. He is grayish up here. So pretty sure the rest are. So I don't know if they're doing that for a reason or so. And just like all the other ones, he has the basic movements and stuff. That's cool. So, yeah. I'm just excited to get to playing with his weapons. And you got, of course, his Triceratops in there. And I love these belts, like I said. I wish they would stay down lower, though. But the belts, they're so detailed, just like the collectibles and stuff like that, too. You see the Triceratops on there and stuff like that, too. I love that. I just like how shiny he is. All right. So, we're going to get him to just stand up back here real quick. He's just gonna hang out like so. Well, maybe get some balance on him. All right. Remember the blaster? Yes. So something I forgot to talk about actually is when you change the blaster. So you get the blaster, gets pocketed in his holster like so. But you got the handle. You pull the handle down, right? You got the actual blaster itself. So I kind of discovered this watching one of my own videos. I'm like, why didn't I talk about that? So on these, take this part, slide it forward. Very easy. Slide it forward. Close that back up like so. Then on the very tip here, this might take a minute. Right there. Right there. Here's a little blade. Very feeble, very breakable, very loose, but a pain to get out. So you got to have sort of a nail. You kind of have to kind of grab it in there and trying to foot pull out sort of thing. So it's kind of a pain, but there's our power blade. That is awesome. And I completely forgot about that. So I'm glad I kind of discovered it, and my friend helped me out and try to figure that out too. So he was like, hey, just use a little fingernail. I'm like, man, but I forgot. 2-in-1 weapon, which I knew about, but I think the first seasons where they used this a few times, but in season 2, they didn't really use the power blasters that much, except for the lasers. So anyways, we're going to close that back up, pull that back down, slide this back out, and you want the teeth to mesh back up. Then, of course, we're going to put it in his, let me move his arm. Of course, then we're going to put it, rotate it up a little bit, and put in his little case here. Boom. So he's ready for battle with that part. So, yeah. Just a quick note. Completely forgot about it. Go figure, right? All right. Now, I want to look at his power lance. I'm going to get him to stand up. All right. Power lance. One end. Well, I think it's sharp. There's one. Here's the other. All right. So I wish they packaged them differently because I'm catching the sides there. All right, there we go. Yeah. Power lance. Pretty cool, huh? Of course, you got the little dinosaur picture on it. Triceratops. Triceratops. Get the little indentions in there, little decals. That's pretty cool. So with this thing, if you remember, got these little notches here. So all you do is plug it in, snap, and I feel like you can pull it out real easy. But then you pull that out, boom, all the way. You pull that out. You don't have to twist it. I'm just twisting it for no reason. There you go. Not bad, huh? That is cool. So these, be careful. You can snap them. So I don't know if I extended them too far, but if I have them too far out, I'm afraid I'm going to break them. So I'm just going to, you got this part where you slide it and it wants to stop right there. But like I said, you can pull it out further. So I'm going to do it like the natural stop on it there. There we go. This side does look longer. So yeah, that's pretty cool. Like I said, and you can just unplug them, plug them back together. So, but this is the weapon I'm going to use for the pose. So that's going to be freaking cool. All right. So the hands. So I'm going to use one of his karate hands, and I'm actually going to put it on his left hand. So that's going to be a solid hand right there. Of course, you got the little peg guys I'll tell you about. I do recommend getting a pair of pliers or something. All right. Now I'm going to put that guy in there like so. All right. I want his up and down motion. So now we're going to put that back in there. All right. I got his karate chop hand. Hi-ya! 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 I like that. And if you want, guys, you guys can always switch out the hands, but for collectible reasons, I'm keeping them all together. But like I could put this karate chop hand like on the Green Ranger, for example. But you know, to each their own. So now we're gonna take out this hand here, the other little peg in it. I do wish they came with more pegs, because like I said, these things can be very, very breakable. So, little ball joint going on there. This one doesn't have the screw showing. So, it's kind of weird how the other ones did, the other ones don't. All right. So now, I got his hand that can hold stuff. Put that back in there. Snap in there like so. Boom. All right, so what I'm gonna do first is put a weapon in there first. So I'm gonna try to hold it. I wonder how that would work. But I don't want to hold it. Do I have to hold it in the center? All right, so what I'm gonna do is pry his hand open a little bit. See if I can shove the centerpiece in. So here we go. Just gonna roll it in there. Roll it in there. Oh, got one in there. All right, so I got that there. His thumb's kind of just hanging out there. Let me see if I can push the thumb out. All right. Now I wonder if I can slide it up. Yep, just a little bit. So I got him holding half of it. Now I'm gonna put the other half back on. Like so. Boom. There's his hand. He's holding it. Seems like a pretty good grip. Now I'm gonna try to slide it up just a little bit more to center it. Yes. I like that a little better. Nice. Okay, cool. Now let's stick it on there. Booyah. But I feel it's like his hand's really loose. Yeah, it's wanting to come out. So. Oh. All right, real quick. Gotta make sure his hand's in there. Make sure that wristband slide up. Push that in. All right, so that's weird. He's just holding one. So reconnect back piece here. There we go. I can twist it a little bit. Where's you guys' karate chop thing going on? Nice, right? Like I said, I could probably extend them out a little further, just for sake of peace of mind kind of thing. I'm gonna leave it there. I probably should use a fist on them, but I like that. What I want to do is actually, if I can, have them facing like that, get a little bit, and then rotate that. Twist his arm and his hand. Not bad. Okay, that's doable for now. Yeah, but that's the Blue Ranger 3-0. Pretty nice. That was number 4 in my collection. I got like 5 more to go. And don't forget, there's pre-orders coming out also. So you got the Black Ranger with the gold shield. You got a putty, which is gonna be crazy because if I get one putty, I'm probably gonna want to army build them, but that's kind of a expensive army build. All right, guys. Hope you guys enjoyed this. Enjoy the clips, videos, and pictures I took, and catch you next time. Until next time, kiddies. Until next time.